Welcome back to The Hour. We've been asking for your questions for Michael Ball and Elaine C. Smith today, but I'll also be taking on your claiming queries, so please do get in touch.
You can email Aggie right here at The Hour, stv.tv, text 81441, that's 81441, or pick up the phone right now and get through to us, 0800 959 6161.
And Elaine joins us now. Hello. It's so nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
And I'm so thrilled to hear that you're back. It's Ramsey.
Yes, the wig. I'm off to get a new wig fitted. We've got to sort of update it to the present day now. So I'm off to do that. Made the read through on Friday. Scripts are very
How's it looking?
So you can never tell, you know, and there's such a expectation around it. You know, I have to say I had to be convinced over a period of years as to whether it was the right thing to do to come back.
I think you'd be the only person who'd have to be convinced.
No, I think what you worry about is that people always remember it to be a lot funnier, a lot better than it actually was. And then you come back and it's classic Scots, it used to be good. I liked it when it was out before. So I think I was a bit reticent about that. But when I saw the script for the Christmas episode and I realised that what Ian Patterson had done had moved them on.
Yes.
And they had allowed Mary and Ella to set up their...
Yes,
obviously they are the Kim and Aggie.
You've got something in common here, you two,
I
actually,
hear
don't
you're
you?
setting up a cleaning company.
We are house mice, we're called.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
Any advice, just get in touch, no problem.
No, and the same for you. Any advice you need, just Mary and Ella will be round to clean your house.
So does Rab get a bit of a makeover as part of this? Does the string vest go, do you think?
Oh
maybe?
no, the string vest will never go.
Maybe get a wash though, eh?
Well, I don't even know about that, unfortunately. People do say to me, how can you stand next to him? And I said, no, he doesn't actually smell in real life. He's an actor. The great thing about the way Ian's moved him on is that he is born again and he is off the drink. Which, of course, is a whole new thing for Gregor to play as well, you know, that he still rants and he still is as mad as ever.
Yes.
But he is trying to be on the path to righteousness and he's also a house husband.
You're a fan, Michael? You're Rab C. Nesbitt?
Of course, who isn't? I mean,
What he wears the bandage a lot.
It's edgy.
Yeah.
It's edgy, you know. It has broad humour, but then there are really subversive bits.
Well, it's
going
very
on
dark.
there.
I think that's the thing that Patterson has always done is that he likes. Somebody said he loves the underbelly of Scottish society, and I think it does. That's what made it translate when we were in the South touring as well. We were amazed at the response. We thought they'll never understand all this.
But there's another side of him. He's that philosopher as well, isn't he? And that's what just nails it for me.
Well, he's a Chaplin-esque figure, you know, cutting against the trees. One of my favourite episodes is a Spanish episode where he meets the Spanish guy in the bandage and the string vest as well, and they don't speak each other's language, but they're communicating, and you realise wherever you go there'll be some mad to get howling at the moon.
No.
Usually you. Could be you tonight, Michael. You never know.
We'll talk to Michael about 25 years in the business. Your book is out this Thursday,
Indeed.
looking back on your life and career. What an amazing time you've had. I mean, we just showed some of the images from Rab there as well.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's been wonderful, and I called it Nothing Like a Dame because taking on the role of dame in panto, in Scottish panto in particular. I mean, you've just been in a dress, you love it as well, but there is another thing of for a woman to take on the role of dame.
Yes.
Because it was traditionally the male comic of the day, style of performance, the big comic would be the dame. And so when I took it on, you know, people like Ricky Fulton and Jimmy Logan, the greats from up here, oh no, that could never work. And to their credit, they came to see the first King's panto, and walking on the stage there as the dame in panto was terrifying. With all these greats who had gone before, Jack Mulroy and all that. And they all called me and said, we were wrong. It works. And I suppose that for me was the nutshell. It took me onto a different plane, really, if you like. And getting that also got you a reputation elsewhere, that you suddenly became this queen of panto. And I would be in London and various people would say, oh, you do the Glasgow Kings, Paul O'Grady and people like that. I would come and see it. So I think that more than anything, I made that the centrepiece, and out of that then came about where I was brought up. And also that I was supposed to be a good girl. I wasn't supposed to be an actor. And it was when I did Calendar Girls, I start the book there, and I'm sitting in my dressing room in the No Coward Theatre in London with a card from Judi Dench wishing us all the best and all of this. I'm thinking, how the hell did I end up here? Yeah. I'm from a mining village in Lanarkshire. And so that's what gave me the inspiration for the book, to tell the story of how I ended up there. So that's what it's about.
Calendar Girls has been a great experience for you as well,
huge,
hasn't it? It's taken you down to the West End. Yeah. And naked on stage, or virtually naked on stage.
Really naked on stage? I
was. Down to the thong. A sparkly thong, though. I had a sparkly thong.
No photography allowed, though.
They wouldn't. Well, I think people were too frightened. All those women.
The cameras.
All those women at that time.
That's horrendous, Elaine. How did you manage that?
Actually, when I read the script initially when it was sent, it was David Pugh who sent it up and said, I need a piano-playing singer to play Cora. And he saw me years ago, as a bit in the book as well, at the Edinburgh Festival 18 years ago, and wrote to me after it saying, I'd love to work with you one day. I was doing my one-woman show. And 18 years later, he came back and said, will you come and do it?
Fabulous.
And the nudity was the last thing I thought about, actually. I mean, bizarrely, because the story of what these women did, of these ordinary women in this tiny village in Yorkshire, and why they did it, and they've now raised over £2 million. Actually, that was what was the truth of that story, and that they didn't do it to get in page 3. They did it because they sort of took the fascination with female nudity, turned it on its head, older women, and just went, hey, get a load of this, boys, and had no idea the success of it, and I'd actually getting to meet them, and they've become great friends, was the biggest thrill of everything. And then to hear that I'd be on a stage with Patricia Hodge, a great friend of yours, and Sian Phillips, Linda Bellingham, Gayraffe. All these actresses were just fantastic. So he put a great cast together as well.
You've done a lot on stage, Michael Ball. Would you ever appear naked?
Done it.
You've done it?
Yeah.
Show us the photos. Have you not got them?
That was a Christmas party last year.
There was a show I did called Passion, a Stephen Sondheim musical, and it opened with a full-on honking scene. That was the opening.
To coin a phrase.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Sorry, it's tea time. I know.
And you do get paranoid that people are going to take photographs, and I remember one night there was a big football match on. And the theatre wasn't that full, and we saw a red light during the scene. I said, all right, there's someone filming out there. So they went out and they searched. No, there's no one filming. There's this lady sat there listening to the football on her radio.
So they loved your nudity that much. Exactly. Well, I mean, it can't, because it was that thing of, as an actor, I mean, I've had bed scenes all the way through Naked Video when we did that. I would think I was in bed with every man in the cast, not up to anything, for artistic purposes, you understand, comedy purposes. You don't really think about it. You have a bit of a laugh and everything. But it was in rehearsals with us, finally, when Hamish, the director, said, right, Friday is kit off day, girls. and Linda Bellingham, to give her a due, she was wonderful. There's a scene on the top of the hill and where, before anyone was nude, she took her top off to demonstrate how you could be nude and not have to show everything. And one day in rehearsals, just before that, she did it and didn't let us know. And actually, we were on the hill watching it, and we just all burst into applause.
Broke the ice.
Because it did break the ice. And then when it came to it, we did say to the director he had to be naked as well, but he refused.
Oh,
I think
like
that's
that.
ridiculous.
Our one's the same. Well, actually, he's the opposite. He's always getting
I was going to say.
Elaine, you're going to stay with us. Michael, you need to go because you're across the road in, 2 hours' time. You need to do sound check and everything.
Yeah.
Great to have you in with us.
My darling, I shall warm for you and prepare.
Thank you.
Good luck tonight. Thank you very much.
Enjoy it.
All right, stay right with us. After the break, we're going to be finding out how our brave viewer June got on with the summer diet.
I'll be answering your cleaning questions, and I'm hoping Elaine's going to give me a hand with a demo. I hope you brought your marigolds, Elaine.
Oh yes, always.
Also, Sue Lawrence in the kitchen this week cooking up something low calorie to mark the end of our big summer diet. Whatever you're doing, don't go away.